Today, we're diving into a digital battlefield. Seriously, the fight is happening at the speed of light. And the enemy, well, it's a massive, ever-growing army of really sophisticated cyber threats. So what's our new frontline defense? You guessed it, artificial intelligence. Drawing from the research in comparative ML pipeline for network defense, we're going to break down how machine learning is quickly becoming our absolute best weapon in this invisible war. Let's get into it. So here's our game plan. First up, we'll get a handle on the insane scale of the cyber threat we're all facing. Then we'll meet our new digital guardian, AI. After that, we're going to peek under the hood and see the anatomy of a machine learning pipeline, watch two different AI defenders go head-to-head, and finally, wrap up by figuring out how you choose the right defense for the right job. All right, let's set the stage here. Why do we even need AI for this fight? I mean, don't we have firewalls and antivirus software? Well, the simple and kind of scary answer is that our old defenses, they just can't keep up anymore. 300,000. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's how many new, unique pieces of malicious software are created and unleashed on the world every single day. Can you imagine a team of humans trying to manually track and block that? No way. It's totally impossible. And that brings us to the real heart of the problem. It's not just the sheer volume of attacks, it's the speed of evolution. The bad guys are creating new threats faster than we can write the rules to stop them. We're always playing catch-up, always one step behind. We desperately need a new strategy. And that, of course, is where AI makes its grand entrance. This brings us to our new digital guardian. See, if the threat is automated, fast, and intelligent, well, our defense has to be too. It's really time to start fighting code with smarter code. This quote just nails it. Machine learning, or ML, isn't just a fancier, faster firewall. It's a completely different way of thinking. Instead of just blocking attacks we already know about, ML models learn to spot the behaviors and patterns of an attack. And that means they can proactively identify brand new threats they've never, ever seen before. It's a total game changer. Okay, so how does this actually work in the real world? We're going to look at the engine that drives this whole AI defense system, the machine learning pipeline. The best way to think about it is like a super high-tech assembly line, but instead of building cars, it's catching bad guys. So in simple terms, a pipeline is just an automated workflow. It basically sucks in all the raw data that's flowing through a network, it cleans it all up, and then it feeds it to the AI brain for a verdict. Is this safe or is this suspicious? And the crazy part? It does all of this in the blink of an eye. Let's walk through it, step by step. First, you've got data ingestion. The pipeline just gobbles up everything, all the network traffic. Step 2 is pre-processing. This is like organizing clues at a crime scene. It cleans up the data so the AI can actually make sense of it. Then step 3, model inference. This is where the magic happens. The AI detective puts on its hat and analyzes all those clues for anything that looks fishy. And finally, threat detection. The system sounds the alarm, flagging a potential attack for a human to check out or for an automated system to shut down. All right, so now that we know how a pipeline works, let's talk strategy. Because not all of these AI detectives are built the same. The paper we're looking at today actually puts two very different ML pipelines to the test. So let's frame this as a little showdown. See how their unique approaches lead to completely different outcomes. In this corner, let's call our first contender the Sentinel. This thing is a deep learning model. That means it uses these really complex, layered neural networks to find even the tiniest, most subtle patterns in data. It's methodical, it's thorough, and its only goal is maximum pinpoint accuracy. And in the other corner, we have the Interceptor. This one's a lighter, nimbler model built for one thing and one thing only, pure speed. Its job is to scan massive floods of traffic as fast as humanly or machinely possible. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Look at how they stack up. For threat accuracy, the Sentinel is almost flawless at 98.5%. But then look at processing speed. The Interceptor is a whopping 10 times faster, chewing through 50,000 data packets every second. This just perfectly lays out the trade-off, right? The Sentinel, the slow, careful one, is perfect for protecting something like a power plant, critical infrastructure where you absolutely cannot afford a single mistake. The Interceptor, on the other hand, is built for a massive social media site where you have to scan billions of interactions super quickly, even if it means you get a few more false alarms. And this whole showdown brings us to probably the most important lesson here. When it comes to AI defense, there's no single silver bullet. The best choice is all about understanding these trade-offs. And that has huge implications for how companies protect themselves. It's not about just buying one piece of software anymore. It's about designing an entire strategy. This chart just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the Sentinel. Sky-high accuracy, but it's a bit slower. On the right, the Interceptor. Incredible speed with just a slight dip in accuracy. This choice changes everything. Are you going to invest in the heavy-duty processing power you need for the meticulous surgeon? Or do you hire more people to manage the false alarms from your lightning-fast security guard? So, what's the big takeaway from all this? First, and most importantly, there's no one-size-fits-all AI solution. The right tool depends entirely on the job. A bank's network has totally different needs than an e-commerce website. This means the future of cybersecurity isn't one AI to rule them all. It's going to be a whole ecosystem, a toolkit of specialized AIs that all work together. For anyone in the security field, this is a huge mental shift. The job is becoming less about managing one firewall and more about being an AI strategist, choosing and combining the right tools to build a smart, tailored defense. And all of this leaves us with one final, pretty unsettling question. We are building these incredibly intelligent AI guardians to defend our digital lives. But what happens when the attackers start doing the exact same thing? We might be on the verge of a brand new kind of cyber arms race, one that's fought not between people, but between competing AIs. And that's a future we really need to start getting ready for.